put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. It'll be the #1 pick from back in 2005, leading him onto the field. Their 14-year veteran out of Utah, it's Alex Smith.
And despite another terrific season from Alex Smith in Kansas City, he knew, Kansas City knew from the moment Patrick Mahomes was drafted, this day was going to come sooner rather than later. Now he goes to Washington and replaces Kirk Cousins. Two different quarterbacks. Kirk Cousins a little more of the freewheeling sort. Alex Smith more deliberate, more controlled, but can still throw that dagger pass downfield.
So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop. And here a look at the offensive starters for the Redskins.
Former 4th-round pick out of Duke is Jamison Crowder. Now, he doesn't grab a lot of headlines, but he's been quietly dependable for his first 3 years in the league. Shifty, excellent route runner from the slot position, finds his way open, and catches the football. Yeah, he's dependable. Quarterbacks love to throw to him.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Jordan Hicks in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. Look who is trotting out there to take the snaps. It's the much-anticipated return of the quarterback, Carson Wentz.
And what a season Carson Wentz was having in 2017 after a rookie season that was a little bit up and down, as you might expect. He was having an MVP caliber year. 33 touchdown passes at the time of his injury. Had his team at 11-2, riding high. Everyone thought that might be it for the Eagles. There goes their dream of winning a Super Bowl. Instead, Nick Foles comes in, team rallies, saves the day, and they end up winning the Super Bowl anyway. But Carson Wentz had a big hand in getting him in that position.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Zach.
What's up, man?
What's going on, MC Eagles? What's happening? What's going on, buddy? How you doing?
Brown. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
How's everything? Where we at? We're at 2nd and 18.
Throwing now is Wentz. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Wait a minute, who is that? Is that
Jonathan
Wentz?
Allen in there to get him.
Wait a minute, hold on. I put in Nick Foles. What's happening? Okay, hold on.
And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout.
So now
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Put them in the game.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And complete to Zach Ertz. And down he'll go at the 25. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And I'm chillin' kinda pissed the Phillies are going downhill fast. Don't know if we will make playoffs now. We lost series against the Mets and now.
Yeah,
Like WTF.
Wow. Yeah, they said the Phillies just lost to Washington Nationals.
They go play action here on 1st down. It's brought in by Jason Crowder. Part of the reason they're here, no doubt, is his big performance in the NFC title game, and that's his first catch of the Super Bowl.
I don't know what the heck's going on.
The numbers for Crowder a week ago, 8 catches, 98 yards, too shy of 100.
Look, I know everybody wants to be number 1 in everything they do, but he's number 2 in the league in receiving yards. That's a strong number, a strong year, and they want that to continue.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett. And we peek at the defense now for Philadelphia.
Coming off injury in 2017 is middle linebacker Jordan Hicks, who's an important part of the Eagles' wide 9 defense. And when you hear that term, think about the defensive ends out wider than normal so they have a better angle to rush the quarterback. So that means guys like Jordan Hicks, who play middle linebacker, have to be able to fill in the holes against the running game, and he does that very effectively.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. That's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
We lost both games against them so far, like we're way better than them in last several games. We haven't played well at all.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so
yeah, I agree with you, buddy.
You got to find a way to hold 120, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself a good chance to win.
So
we're going downtown, we're going up, and then now they're starting to go down.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout.
Well, remember, these things happen.
Give them 20 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Remember, these things happen.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 30 inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Right back to him on 1st down. And he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, Could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Let's go. What a sack on Alex Smith. Let's go Eagles. That's what I'm talking about, man. Nice sack.
He got in there so
Alex
quickly,
Smith.
Charles. What could the offense have
Where's
done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. And you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now we got him at what?
I hate to say it, but I'd rather not even make playoffs now almost, cause if we will lose first series there's almost no point, almost like put us.
Oh man, yeah. Yeah, you talk about, yeah.
They'll run with Thompson.
Yeah, you talk about the Philly, yeah.
Losing yardage back near midfield.
How many games did the Phillies lose?
It's a loss of 2.
How many games did they lose? That's another thing. I'm wondering how many games they lose.
Excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
1 quarter down here on a frigid December night. Can't wait to see what the second quarter has in store. And we're back to Philadelphia after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, Smith. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
Like I don't think we will even make it now. It seems I have a feeling the Braves will win. It is hate to say that.
Breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
What about that?
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Now Foles. Dancing to his left. And his throw
I want us to win, but the way we're playing, shake my damn head.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road,
you know how it goes, man.
You have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
You know how it goes,
that turnover
man.
battle going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one.
And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Matt Ioannidis in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
I don't know what's going on. Now he's acting funny.
Foles. Under pressure again, and he goes again. Pernell McPhee. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
In depth, more looking forward to Eagles over everything, LOL.
A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10. And the drive begins with a run by Geis.
Like only 2 weeks, pretty much.
He'll get this up only to about the 41. Give the tackle that time to Rodney McLeod.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease and they can run through. It didn't happen on that play.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's Tressway now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Here's the Redskin defense. They get set for this next possession. And they've created a major first-half storyline with the pressure they've been able to create.
And I know that the good teams adjust from series to series. They make their adjustments on the sideline before they go back out. In this case,
I'm a little excited about Sixers too, but we might be same team as last year. Like didn't do much. I want to make the big jump. I want to process that.
Make sure he doesn't get hit as
Of
often.
course.
All those different things.
Yeah,
Maybe even run the ball a little bit more. Anything to try and tamp down the pressure.
So yeah, there's a lot of things we gotta look forward to. The Sixers, young Sixers, they did good last year.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd.
Oh, that's down.
Down he goes.
I don't know what's
Back at
happening.
the 8-yard line.
Oh, they're shutting down. Oh,
in
man.
there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
They're shutting down the play that I normally run. Oh, my God.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Ertz has it left side. And he gets this one up just shy of the 35 to the 34.
Normally I run the other
Pick up
play.
of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Now a hit. He loses the football. It's out. And the Redskins scoop it. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. So 1:55 to go in the 1st half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our 1st half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
That's fucking bullshit. That should have never happened.
Set to take the field.
Yeah, right? And now we don't got Nate Stuttlefield this game, man. Yeah.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete.
Okay, hold on.
Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, man.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
They'll look to throw. And he connects with Ertz. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. A scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Ryan Kerrigan in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. They'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down again. Pernell McPhee in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Back to throw here. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
On first down, it's Smith. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Smith on first down. And Reed with it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. On first and 10, Smith. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Redskins who have the lead here. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they were winners in their ball game as they were able to handle the visiting New York Jets. 21-7, the final score. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And they were losers in that ball game to the visiting New Orleans Saints. 27-10. The final score. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. They're going to look to throw. And he floats one there, incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Mason Foster in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. They'll set up a throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. Back to throw. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play. The exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call. There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about it.
And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
He's going to air one. And this is caught in the end zone. It's Dotson for the Redskins touchdown. Josh Doxson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the ref makes a call. No touchdown there. Wipe it off the board. They're going to try and run. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jonathan Allen in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. They're going to try and throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Preston Smith coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
3rd and long, it's Smith. Losing 9 yards there. And it also brings up 4th. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So after that fourth down stop, Charles, you said it was almost guaranteed points the other way. Indeed, they do cash in, but only 3.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They got the points, but it should have been more. With that type of field position, the setup that they had, I think it was almost a loss for them that they only got 3 instead of pushing across the line for a touchdown.
Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're very deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to be a quarterback in high school, I can do this, until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. He's got a man. Andre Reed complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 18 yards there and a first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a first down.
You're not you when you're losing. Snickers satisfies.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. On first down, this is Geis. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle. On the ground, it's Thompson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator is going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Damn, I thought there would be a way to come back.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Chris Thompson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead.
Are you gonna play another game after this, or is this it for tonight?
No, I'll probably do another one. Man. Dang.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point.
I can't believe it.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
We need 8 wins to make the playoffs.
A 10-play drive that time. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play
defense, he will not be able to get away as Spurs is taken down.
Washington shutting down.
Zach Brown in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Can't believe it.
While that's disappointing in real life, it would be reversed. We would be blowing them up.
Pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset.
Yeah, this is not
they
good,
face a third down now as they try to find a late score.
We can shut up.
Foles. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing.
And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack.
Whoa, what's going on, bro?
In there again. My goodness, that is now his 4th sack tonight. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And here come the Redskins now. They take over with great field position. They've got the big lead. Most would say they should kneel it, but the key word there is should. You never know here.
You never know. That's the exact play that should happen. But some people like stats. You know, some people like to put more things up on the board, but kneel down is usually the right play here.
We'll see what they do in this situation. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. This is caught.
I've never seen you play like this in surprised what's going on.
That time for a Washington first.
God, I can't believe
this has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do
I
in the
started
NFL.
my season with Baltimore Ravens in 3-0 so far on all Madden competitive mode. We beat the Bills 1-4-7. We beat Bengals 4-2-1-0 in Asia.
And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
So for Washington, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.